Greetings, Keisha Lane, Keisha Prime Hero with my live reaction of Dr. Stone, chapter 220. Okay, last chapter they nominated who will go up into space, and they did some trials to see who was most fit for the three roles. Ryusui, the pilot, of course. Senku, who still wanted to prove himself, was the scientist. And a surprising third addition was Kohaku, because she has improved so well. She was personally selected by, or tested by Tsukasa, and he was like, yes, we need someone like you on the ship. So that was a great moment for her. Let's get on with it. Let's see here. Chapter 220, A Desire for All. And we have Ryusui on it because, of course, desire is his thing. Oh my god, it's a model of the fucking ship and it looks crazy as ball. It looks more like a space shuttle. Or, excuse me. A space station, I meant. To be honest, I would build one of these things and have it in my room. He's so happy. Excuse me. Ever since dear Ryusui was promised a ride into space, he's been over the moon. Well, he'll be over the moon in a second. Naturally, as one who desires all. That's really an accurate scale model. Freaky. Really helps to understand what you're working with. So did Senku make that or who? I don't know. Just like how we whipped up the Perseus by blowing up Ryusui's itty bitty model. Behold, my spaceship in a bottle, minus the bottle. Oh, so it was Ryusui, okay. Here's Sei doing something. What is he doing? Since we were kids, whenever Ryusui made his model ships, he'd always rope me in and have me run the numbers. And there they are as children. This ship's not content just being a model. I'm going to set sail someday on a ship, on a real ship of my own. Say, Sai, can you program a sailing simulator for my ship? Aw. That chair looks uncomfortable as hell. Let's see here. And they have a flight simulator. We've got a flight simulator for our spaceship. And Yo is so gonna crash it. High score. Wait, the fuck? Whoa, you. Oh, it's Ryusui that had the high score. Whoa, you broke the record again. This is his life's calling, after all. Of course I'm the champ at this dinky sim game. But our special space flight powered by New World science will be a trip into seriously uncharted waters. Experience and intuition forged by the stone world will be the deciding factors. Am I wrong? Sure, but you're pretty darn experienced in that sense, too. There's nobody out there who could dream of being a better pilot than you, Ryusui. Okay, Stoneworld Experience Pilot. Yep, that's when he flew the airplane. They wouldn't be flying so dangerously low if they didn't intend to attack. Up in front of the sun. He's like, what is it? Okay, now they're shooting aliens. What? What on earth? Are those going to be firefights up in space? How do you know what a firefight is? Nah. Call it a bonus round. Sigh. Actually, we might engage in a firefight in space. I mean, it's true. We don't. I mean, the fact that goddamn Y-Man made the Medusa in general has to mean that, like, on the slimmest of chances that his prey on Earth ever came to the moon to confront him, he probably has some other defenses in mind instead of that, because it's like, well, they beat it on Earth, they'll beat it on the moon. So the Medusa alone is not going to cut it. So, what might they encounter? Some kind of drones? But maybe they shoot Petra beams, like actual concentrated beams. They don't send out a wave. Let's see here. Moon combat is an unknown factor to us. Think about it. What's the ultimate weapon Y-Man has that will never be 10 billion% prepared to counter? The Medusa. Correct. 10 billion points. Oh, I mean, you already fucking knew that one, but what about the things you can't even imagine? But have we ever been the sort of dummies to rush into our deaths without a plan? No. We'll be facing the Medusa with 2 special science items of our own. This is the first. A masterwork of my watchmaking career. So I'll say, if I do say so myself, I'm thinking I know what it is. He's got a timer device where if it doesn't detect, because like certain watches, like they will slow down if they don't like feel your body heat or your heartbeat, I believe, as well. And it's like, if you become stone, those things won't be sensed. So it's like maybe it then activates, it'll send a signal to a device in the ship or something, or their spacesuits maybe, and it depetrifies them with the revival fluid, is what I'm thinking Joel has made. I call it the Resurrection Watch. I was right. Let's see, how does it work though? This exquisite piece contains a single dose of revival fluid. Oh, the watch itself. When a Petra beam strikes is imminent, the user can set the timer for 3 seconds later, 3 minutes later, or what have you. Oh, my great uncle JB used to say, what have you, like every other sentence. Oh, I miss that. Let's see here. The thing is, you wouldn't think that it would be enough to, like, what, you just depetrify your hand. What the fuck are you going to do with just your hand? Heck yeah, this thing's awesome. We got to get everyone on Earth wearing these bad things. Worldwide petrification's never going to be a threat to us again. It has 1 goddamn dose in it. Did you not see with your own eyes the mountain of Medusas at ground zero and, Monous? What? I don't remember that name. They're like, yeah. Wait, so if the Petra beam attack can come in multiple waves, how would we ever defend against that? Right, however, for a minute there, I thought those were his arms, but those are his braided hair. Oh, Tsukasa, you freaky bastard. The multi-stage attack has a fatal flaw. Should Y-Man desire to fire consecutive waves of Petra beams, the second wave, third wave, and so on would be delayed. There's no point otherwise. That means after the initial attack, there needs to be a countdown before the next one. What the hell is that? Before the next Medusa unleashes its wave of light, you must take action. So they've got bazookas, it looks like. That's which leads our second and final special item. They've got bazookas. Oh my god. Why are you giving it to Yo? Well, I mean, I guess he's the most experienced with the gun, but still. Maybe hold back a little bit, you know? Like, pull back a little bit, because you're kind of close. Wait a fucking minute. It's a net gun? With multiple explosions, our ultimate secret weapon against the Medusa, the grenade net launcher. Oh, for the love of God. I wouldn't have expected that one. Okay. And now they're practicing with their firearms on moving targets. They've got Medusas on little sticks and they're bobbing back and forth. Ryusui is probably the only one that's actually going to hit it. Kohaku probably will, but there's a slight chance she won't because she's not as familiar with that, and Senku ain't gonna hit it broadside of the. Okay, never mind. I misspoke. Our space-bound Ryusui is taking his job pretty seriously. He realized he can't count on our shooting skills, so he's taking charge like a proper captain. Oh, those were all his shots. Well, damn. We better not try to be totally useless. Okay. Chrome's asleep. Kind of weird that they showed that. But, what's Ryusui doing out in the middle of the night? The elephant in the room can't be ignored. There's a pilot better than me, who also happens to be the world's greatest marksman. Was it your father? See, only those who fought for the kingdom of science know about this hidden chamber. Wait a minute. Oh, it's Stanley. The place where our mightiest warrior once slumbered. It's Stanley. And you covered up all his naughty butts with your bushes. Stanley Snyder. So you're thinking about putting him on the ship. Huh. That's a development I wasn't exactly expecting, but I do like that at least two of them do, of the ones that you thought were going to be it, for the pilot and the warrior respectively, would nominate someone that they realize would be better for this task. Now, for Ryusui, it hasn't fully gone full circle yet, but we will see. That's probably why he was doing those little flashbacks back to when they first encountered Stanley when he was flying the plane. So, yeah, it makes sense now. And he's got way more flight experience than Ryusui will ever have. So, that makes perfect sense. There's no two ways around it. The big issue is, can Zeno convince him to not be a murderous asshole should he be revived? And I mean, really, who's to say he wouldn't kill them, on the mission? Even afterwards, he could turn traitor. As soon as they depetrify on the moon and try to do their thing, and he's like, I don't fucking care about you people anymore. You betrayed me. And then he's there. Why, man? You crazy bastard. You do whatever you got to do now. I got what I needed. That could happen. But yeah, overall, I liked the chapter. It was a Ryusui centric one, but we also got some developments on what they have on them going to the moon to help in certain cases of petrification, and also active defense against Medusas. So, pretty cool. Grenade net launchers. It's still a weird thing, but I wonder if that's ever been thought to be made. and a revival watch or resurrection watch, which I'm kind of glad that I more or less figured it out. It just didn't work the way I would have thought. So that's interesting. But I figured it wouldn't be enough revival fluid, coming out of that watch to, revive your whole body. But maybe I'm misunderstanding that, like, as long as it touches your body, you revive regardless, all over. And I'm just stupid and have been overlooking that all this time. But I don't know. But anyway, overall, good chapter. Enjoyed it. It was character focused. It had nice flashbacks to things that we have seen before that alluded to the end result of the chapter that I wasn't quite thinking about, and nice moments with Ryusui and Sei that we've never known before. I mean, we've kind of been alluded to those as well, but not these specific scenes, I don't think. But anyway, let me know your own thoughts and opinions on this, and anything I might have missed, misunderstood. Please let me know down below. Check out my other content, see what you like, suggest things for the future. I have a few other videos coming out today, such as Mashal, Undead Unluck, and the new Shimatsu no Valkyrie chapter, so stay tuned for all of that. Anyway, links down below for all my social media so you can keep up with my content and have ways to contact me. I stream on Twitch where I do gaming, and I'll tweet out when I go live by the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, thank you for watching, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, Keishlings, later days, and the Snyder Pilot.